Many person would ask the question why God did not stop Satan from making war in heaven. Why did not God stop him? Why did not God get rid of Satan? Because if I can remember, Satan gathered a third of the angel in heaven and tell them that God is not good and God only want worship. And there was war in heaven and God kicked Satan out of heaven. And Satan found himself on earth. And if I can remember that the only two persons who was on earth was Adam and Eve. And they were in the garden of Eden. And you know the story very well when God took Adam and Eve in the midst of the garden and shown them a tree and said, do not eat from this tree, but you can eat from the rest of the trees in the garden. And you know the story very well that Eve ate the fruit and brought a piece of the fruit to her husband, and her husband ate the fruit also, and sin came in the world. And people and persons would question this and say, why God did not get rid of the devil? Because you know very well, as a result of sin, you have the first murder committed was Cain killed Abel. That was the first murder. And from there on to our day and age now, you have homicide, you have violent crime, you have domestic crime, you have wars, you have all different type of activity going on that is not Christ-like. We are living and dwelling in a grand and awful time when the love of many, the love of most people is getting less and less. People do not care much about each other anymore. You found out that greed took over because sin is in the hearts of men. We were born in sin and we shape in iniquity. So if God could see in the future, why did he allow sin? Why did he allow Satan to sin at first? Why does he allow Adam and Eve to sin? He allowed it, he could prevented it, but he did not. Why? That's a question. That's $1 million question. Why God did not stop it? Everything that God does, he do it for a reason. And the reason is that God gave us two choices. Life or death. And he said we must choose whether we're going to choose life or we're going to choose death. And God could never make us in a way that we have to obey him. He have to give us a choice to choose because he do not want robots. He's not going to force you to love him. He's not going to force you to worship him. worship him. That's the reason why God allowed sin to enter. God wanted to choose freely. He's not gonna force. He's not gonna force you to worship him. He's not gonna force you to come to him. He give you a choice. And Satan has that choice also. Whether he's gonna worship God or he's gonna go his own way. God is just. So that's the main reason why God did not stop sin from enter. He wants us to serve him out of love. He does not want us to love him by force or worship him by force. He gave us a choice. And we today, we have that choice also. Whether we're going to choose to worship him, whether we're going to choose to love him, or we're going to go the other way. It is a clear choice. Satan does not give you a choice. Satan force. Satan is going to force himself upon you. That's the difference between God and Satan. So, that's the main reason why God did not stop sin from enter this earth, our world. Like and share this video. And if you do not subscribe to my channel as yet, please subscribe to my channel.